Hello and welcome to the Weird Around Illinois podcast. You know, we spend a lot of time looking for cryptids. And, the one thing that we don't often think about is what do we do if we find one? Um, on all these shows, we make fun of like the ghost hunting shows and the cryptid shows where they see what they're looking for and then they panic and run. But what happens when we come face to face with a Bigfoot or a Dogman? And, one thing that we've talked about before and we've put some thought into is how do you protect yourself? And I guess we should focus on Bigfoot and Dogman because, Mothman, it seems like the only way to protect yourself is to run or drive.
It's going to be in the sky most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't think it's, unless it's really a hostile creature and we just don't know, I don't think it would really attack you for no reason.
Yeah, I've never really heard of stories where people get attacked.
But, Bigfoot and Dogman, they could put a hurting on you. And apparently they have at least threatened to put a hurting on people before. So, it's something we have to think about when we're out there alone in the woods and, we put ourselves in the right place at the right time and suddenly we come around a tree and there's Dogman staring at us.
Yeah, I mean, starting with Bigfoot, there have been theories that some kinds of Bigfoot have like hair that is so thick that it can actually protect them from like a bullet from a gun. But yeah, I'm not sure if like some kind of shotgun or just a pistol would work. I really don't know.
I have also heard that a Bigfoot will often go into a rage if they see a gun. So guns aren't a good idea for Bigfoot.
Probably not.
I have heard guns being somewhat effective against Dogman. I mean, not necessarily killing them, but at least scaring them off. In terms of, the next step below a gun is like a knife or a bladed weapon. And my thought is that if you're close enough to use a blade on Dogman or Bigfoot, you're probably in trouble.
Yeah, just Bigfoot also, I just thought, he could pretty much just pick you up and throw you.
Right.
If he gets mad enough.
Yeah. Bigfoot, it sounds like you can spook him with loud sounds.
Yeah.
I've heard of people using fireworks or gunshots or just, slamming two rocks together or the infamous woof to scare Bigfoot away. I don't think it's like he runs in terror. I think it's one of those things where he kind of gets stunned, like, what the heck was that? And kind of backs off and gives you a chance to run yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he likes to defend, they like to defend their territory.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it seems like they don't attack unless they absolutely need to.
Yeah, there's an image of Bigfoot as kind of the gentle giant of the forest. Almost like that big bear that sits out in the middle of the forest and, you don't mess with him, he doesn't mess with you, but if you get too close, you're in trouble. Dogman, not so much. Dogman, I've heard of Dogman being extremely aggressive. And,
Oh, yeah.
He's not the sort that you can scare off with a woof or with a loud noise. The stories I've heard of Dogman, usually he doesn't back off until people are locked away in a house or a vehicle, or more people show up, or somebody has a gun, or something like that.
Yeah. They tend to attack more for sport. Sometimes in case they might be hungry, but a lot of times it's just for sport.
Yeah. The one thing that does seem to be common between both, and this is true of a lot of animals, one of the worst things you can do is turn and run. When you turn and run, you send a signal to them that you're prey, and they chase you.
I don't know if this is the case for Bigfoot, but I've heard that when people see Dogman, they get like kind of paralyzed.
I've heard that, yeah. There's like this, I don't know if it's some deep primal fear that we have of a werewolf or a Dogman that makes us paralyzed, or if it's some sort of pheromone that he carries that freezes your nervous system, or if it's something supernatural. But beyond that, I think, bear mace is probably a good idea. I think, if it's strong enough to distract a bear and give you a chance to get away, it's probably strong enough for a Bigfoot or a Dogman. Anything that you could throw, like an axe or a knife or something like that, might buy you an extra minute or two to get away. But it's all about getting distance, because you're not really going to bring one of these animals down, or one of these creatures down. It's if it's you against them, they're going to win. Your best hope is to just get out of there. Well, those are our thoughts on surviving a Bigfoot or Dogman encounter. I guess you'll know if we're successful the next time we meet a Bigfoot or Dogman, if we're still here to tell you about it. But if you have any better suggestions, by all means, leave them in the comments. And if you have any stories about people who've used these techniques or other techniques to protect themselves, we'd love to hear about that as well. And as always, thank you for listening, thank you for subscribing, and please tell your friends.